Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the best point, right? I do think that both these squads are familiar, right?
Yes.
It's Icebox. I mean,
everyone can play it.
Yeah, at least it's not a Pearl as the
Sure,
third, as
sure.
the decider. It's Icebox. Both these teams are going to be absolutely comfortable. Smurfette not slowing down. Already some damage onto Sonder. And what a crossfire Shopify have over here at the A site.
Yeah, that's going to be brutally hard to break if they try and just go straight towards it. Already get a little bit of a top up of a heal being sent out there. Cordia will be put back into action eventually, but a great deal of a stack. You've got 4 players on this A site waiting.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the positioning coming out here for Bonita. So forward. A lot of information coming through for her defenders. You can see a little bit of movement coming through here for Shopify, but a quick flank, maybe break this trip. A lot of options here for Shopify. All of Guild are grouped up together in this mid.
Yeah, they're playing as a pack, but they're also trying to find the information, right? This is the first time they're really meeting Shopify here, and there's VALORANT receiving a little bit of that contact. And there's the follow-up. It's Sonder. Gets one, gets two. Sonder gets 4. It could be the ace here. Sonder, perfect positioning, perfect timing. You could not ask for a better beginning. And Roxy left all on her lonesome. And do they give Sonder the ace? I think they will. Might be. And yeah, Sonder trying for Roxy. Oh no, there we go. Bonita, safe pair of hands at the end. Going, all right, guys, relax, relax. I got you.
Lori is such a good teammate.
Yeah.
Such a good teammate.
I'll
You
run
saw
if you
her
trade
go,
me.
yeah,
Just
come
trade
here,
me.
Lori. I got you. Come follow me, Sonder. Let's get you that ace. But what a round coming out here for Sonder to just completely annihilate this hit coming out for Guild. And it all started off with that A crossfire, right? You saw Smurfette really trying to press the issue, find that opening for the side of Guild, but 3 people all high load with the crosshairs right onto Smurfette. So a good start and a stronger finish for Shopify.
And this could be a rude awakening for Guild, though, because it's like you finally beat your biggest challenge, which was always going to be, you know, your G2s on this. And then they face a new beast, a whole new competition.
Damage.
And it is a great deal of chip damage.
It made it.
It made it, but at what cost? And they do get all the information. They're kind of stuck towards the kitchen. And Bonita on the back line's got to be a little careful here. That's a whole lot of players coming your way. Oh dear, oh dear. Ness rotted down in the end. Sonder still just farming up bodies. Yeah, this is comfortable. This is just watching animals go to slaughter, really, isn't it? Well,
One enemy remaining.
oh dear.
Spike down.
Run,
team.
Daniel, run. Sonder's yelling at them, and I absolutely love seeing that in the cameras. That's all I'm happy with. It is a Prime Gaming Flawless. And I mean, they were corralled towards Tube, but quick reactions from Shopify Rebellion. They're coming into this like they won map 2, like they would just won it clean. They didn't. But apparently the confidence is sky high.
And it's good to see that, right?
Absolutely.
A bunch of piranhas in the water coming through for these kills. Regardless, it's a very clean anti-eco for Shopify. And that should mean a whole heck of a lot coming into this bonus. No one has to repurchase. And again, a lot of forward movements coming out here for Shopify so far. We've seen Bonita having full B main control, and now Pistol and this anti-eco completely contesting all of this mid area. And they're pushing forward. 3 players!
And it's not clean. It wasn't clean enough to do as much damage as required, and that's a rifle that could be taken back to hand. They don't know that. They're not going to commit to that just yet because there's a quick reaction. KP potentially hearing a lot of this, feeling that pressure building up, and Benny on the chopping block too. So between the two, they better be ready for this. Spotting out at least 2 players on the cross. KP has to be so sharp with this. Play it out right. Bonita wins her fight, and Sonder's there. The trades, Lori! Come on!
Lori,
These were Spectres, Potter.
she is just on a whole nother level right now. And you know, this is just flashback memories right now of Lori's Sage, because she is spectacular at just shifting from that battle Sage to just becoming a plant bot, right? And that's kind of the curse of playing Sage on Icebox. It's very easy to fall into the habit of only trying to safely plant the spike and just becoming a complete full-on team player. But Lori, man, she's got it. She's got that ice in her veins. She is cold.
Everyone called his Sage now is just in absolute tatters after what you just said. Plantbot is now just carved in their minds. But you're spot on. I don't think you could anyone could have said it better. But at this point, we now look at the economy impacts from the fact that you win the bonus as they did. They get to come out with, I think it was 3 free rifles. I'm deciding to go for the operator. Why not? Treat yourself a little. But we do have the bonus. Well, not even a bonus, but a buy of some variety coming out. So Sheriff, Spectre, light armor. And no real ult progress enough to kind of propel them on a site in this round either. So Guild just kind of holding at the verge here. but a deeper setup coming out as a response from Shopify.
Smurfette in prime position. Shopify's not going to give her this sort of opening, though. Playing very disciplined, and they're A-okay with the spike potentially getting planted. Sonder, that's a lot of information.
It absolutely is. That should be everyone noted. Laurie going to isolate Roxy. No plant yet either. Wall going to be invested. Laurie could slip a little close towards the site as well. Having a look around, and it's Guild trying to beg them to make a couple of overextended plays, and they're just really not taking this bait.
Oh, just barely surviving as Claudia. Laurie.
Oh, the timing.
The pings, the utility.
Yeah, the push and the pull. Just keeping the composure under all that pressure. There was so much of it starting to mount on the site, so close up, no plants really being given, but they were right on that doorstep, but still keeping, I think it was, what, 4 standing there, doing everything that was required. Shopify Rebellion will be very happy even with that round.
Absolutely. For Guild coming into this next one, round 5. This is where Roxy is absolutely going to shine. 1 away from that Killjoy ultimate. And on this map of Icebox, this Killjoy ultimate can get quite a lot of ground, a lot of space on this map. And it's just Sonder who's able to break it. Maybe KP with some incredible shock dart lineups, but expect this Roxy ultimate to come into play this one.
Early information. This should be a bit of a different look, but you can see the switch up here as well. You've already got Benny over towards that A site. You've got the 2 players now with that operator on Flowerful, of course. Happy to take a challenge towards B long, and oh my word,
hit the drone.
The Owl drone, the MVP just, you know, get down, Mr. President, dives on in. I got you. Unbelievable.
Love this re-aggress from Flowerful. I don't think
it's audacious.
Claudia saw it.
Do they even clear this? I don't think they do. The high flash didn't quite get what was needed. If Sonder was able to get that a little bit deeper, a little bit closer towards, you know, B rather than kind of just tapping over towards yellow, might have actually been able to facilitate something, but not to beat. Flowerful gone, and now that's a big scalp to claim on that B site.
It is. You can see that Roxy and Anya want to rendezvous and regroup back with the squad. Spike on Anya's back, and Guild, they've got all of this B control.
Standing ahead.
Okay, that's, oh my word, the information that KP just got. Noting 3 players, that should be a full commitment here. Benita even starting to build up as well. You got the wall coming in, but the spam comes out. It's wall's still in place, so the plant should be able to come in, and the body block alone should be able to keep Roxy safe for that. Plant goes in, and now we look at the post plant. No flank there just yet. Benita still en route. It's going to be trapped in the way. That's been dealt with, so attention will be pulled. Could dip back through middle, and there's that lockdown coming into play.
This should solidify this post. Shopify, they've got to speed things up, either fall back or push forward. One or the other. No other options on the table right now. They decide to just wait it out. Spike, still a lot of time left on the clock.
No sitting in between, but Anya sitting towards the site. Catches out Benita and Smurfette with a shutdown so far. This retake has not got the validity they wanted to it, and Sonder is out to their first answer back for Guild. This will be the first on the board in some time, and Sonder actually looking to catch a couple on the way out.
Oh.
Not to be. Roxy gets to keep the rifle, and 4 stay alive.
That could have been huge for Sonder to punish that sort of money. Now Guild have an absolute chance to be able to string multiple rounds together. Roxy's ultimate absolutely solidified the last. Now Claudia has that Hunter's Fury coming online. Anya even with the res. So now Guild have a lot to play with. They can allow Smurfette to be even more aggressive, just like we know she likes to do. Try to look for that opening, because you've always got that res in the back pocket. And for Shopify's side of things, they just need to go back to business as usual, right? They've been playing so disciplined with the perfect amount of map control. Benny has completely controlled that B main area, so expect to see a little bit more of that, but I say that they've swapped.
Switch up again.
Benita's towards that A site now.
And we saw that before when the operator came out for Flowerful, so I wonder if it's once that operator comes into play, they just hit the switch up on this. It's not out of the ordinary to see, you know, Viper sitting over towards that A site, but again, I think you're right. The fact it's Benita who can be that rock, be that safe pair of hands, going to deal with the trap quite quickly. That's going to be quite nice. This could alert them, though. KP should be well within audio distance to note that, so that could be something to be worried about later on. For now, just kind of testing the waters. You will expect them just to do it to give them insurance for later, but no massive commitment anywhere just yet.
Definitely have slowed things down. A lot of time has passed since Claudia shock darted this trip, so she's going to test her luck. She's so alone, though, and it's all just a ruse. You never expect a Sova to just be alone in kitchen. The rest of our squad is inching their way forward in this A site. But look at the movements. No one's coming towards this A. The plant, it's possible here.
Yeah, it's very possible, even with Sonda doing wonders. It's still maybe, the nade there, 2 flashes, a little bit of utility to play, but you can see KP starting to lean over. Benny maybe starting to get a little closer towards this. Utility comes in. They got to know there's now danger here. Smurfette super close up. Sonda backside. How much can you do? Oh. The nade in hand, it could have been a death sentence, but gets to live to fight another day. But the spike's still not down. 15 seconds. They need to get on the site itself. Anya gonna do the best they can to do something about this. 10 seconds now. Laurie on the trade out. Plant gonna come in. Plant now down. Post plant starts. Nets locked on the site. No way out. Sonda with the punish. Wall still up, and the defuse starts. But isn't stopping. Firefall gonna find Anya in the follow up. Good work on the play back through.
Perfect amount of utility, and the pressure that Guild were feeling in that moment. We knew it. They didn't know, but the site was clear, and by the time they actually decided to take ground, the rotations had already come through. Just so much oppressive utility coming through to make that plant near impossible. And that's the deal you make when you go towards that A site. It just gets so hectic. People, the defenders are able to flood in, perfectly set up all their lineups. A site is quite hectic.
I feel like you're getting flashbacks here.
I am. I'm getting a little sweaty.
It's hectic. I don't like it. And the thing you got to say at this point is we were mostly putting this in favor of Guild, and currently seeing it at 5-1 in the fashion it's been. This has, as much as it's been messy and scrappy, I don't think this has been a close game yet. I don't think I've seen that dominance. I haven't seen that reliance on hitting that A site over and over and getting those plants, post plants in. No. And already the first pick, Flowerful. This is the switch up. We're seeing that other look now. They've got Benita back towards the other side of the map, soloing out towards that B side. Smurfette. Dangerous play, but the angle so good for Laurie. Death from above, but a quick trade. Claudia gonna get things back within touching distance, and the ult invested.
Viper's Pit does go down. Sondra is in a very forward position. She's deciding to stay inside the ultimate, hopefully.
But no one's on the site.
Yeah, Flowerful needs to shift over.
And the ult gets pulled in by Claudia, but if Sonda sits here, this is still so much information. Yeah, it's a huge angle! It's so good from Sonda! You don't get that sort of play every day of the week! That is such heads-up play and positioning from Sonda.
1 HP, she decides to put herself in that disadvantageous position, but she's rewarded with 3 kills for it. My goodness, the individual decision-making coming through here to just be a hero in that moment. Things were dicey. Viper's Pit is always so difficult to deal with, but Saunders just different.
I mean, the way it divides, the fact that she was able to slip in there and no one noted, no one see it, she was able to hold that. So the second they try to get that spike down on the side, they'd cross into such a favorable position for her. But you're right, it's 1 HP. One thing goes wrong, a shot comes back, you're dead. And then you look a little silly, you look out of position. But it worked out so well in Sonda. We've seen Laurie having big games. We've seen Benny having some really key moments. Flav, a couple of the other players. Sonda here, rekindling some of that brilliance as well. The KO looking real nice. Obviously that pistol kind of propelling her up a little bit. Confidence sky high. Other side, not the same to be said. Anyone who watches EMEA, I know you're out there, chat. When did you last see Roxy with 3 kills? It's quiet. Normally, lovely positioning, really good player. Key, great lurks coming in, great approaches to the game. Just really lovely mindset. Here, that's the top fragger too. I mean, you got Roxy and Claudia sitting on 3, man. No one's above 5 kills right now for Guild.
Yeah, this timeout should mean a lot for Guild. They should be talking about right now that they need to be able to get into these sites without having to full on exec. We need to be finding some openings. Flowerful has been very successful on that front. Let's try to set up Smurfette to have that same sort of success. I like the spread out default that Guild have been coming through with. They've gotten to be able to get that B main control, but a little bit more poking and prodding in the mid round should open up something for the side of Guild.
The thing is for Shopify though as well, they're in such a power position with the ults too. KP can build up theirs, Benita can build up theirs, everyone else sitting pretty with it. If they ever feel that pressure, they need to hit that emergency stop button. They've got it there. It's all in place now. Now, early presence up towards Tube, but Sonda unafraid, unabashed to go for it. Laurie looking sharp still, kind of carrying on from that last map, but the confidence is brimming now.
Starting to stew up, especially on these ecos.
Absolutely. Farm it up.
Here.
Flowerful in prime position. No drone to sabotage her this time. She still misses. She's able to TP away, save her life.
Enemy down.
Yeah, this is comfortable so far. No one being truly threatened yet. Flowerful did have to get out of there, but no problem.
Maybe Guild can get away with the plant. They still got the Viper wall up. I mean, you've got to really rely on Shopify to be lazy here to be able to pull that one off.
Yeah, they're on it now. The Prime Gaming flawless. And yeah, it was just with pistols. It wasn't, you know, a crazy round to be screaming about. But hey, you take them when you get them. Everything working in the right direction here. Benny getting close to the ult as well. KP still about the similar scenario. So all said and done, the problem in my mind is the Guild do not have that power round hitting for a while. Yes, Anya still has that ult. No one else does to supplement it or complement it. And they're not particularly close to getting to that point either. So I'm a little worried that, as said, whenever Guild finally hit it, the counter's right there for Shopify. There is no sweat in that. They're in a good power position in this. At 7-1. I can't believe this is the most one-sided game we've had so far.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the desk talked about how difficult things might become on the attack side with no flashes. Usually you compensate with that with the amount of map control and pressure you're applying, but Guild are not able to get any of that done. Benita still controlling this B main. That drone did not get a lot of value. They still don't know who is where right now.
This is the first time we are seeing Benita, when they've run this look without Flowerful being here, being pressured, I feel. So this will be interesting to see how hard it is to get past this, if they can extrapolate much information. KP already good supportive position. Counter Aldra going to go in. You can see Benita trying to be working in tandem with this. Doesn't note anyone. May have seen it on the Owl drone. And yeah, Benny, nasty little one-way almost there. Trade, but KP ready to bail them out, fighting together. But the trades are effective, and that is the one ult that they had that was valuable is Anya's. So that gets brought back up. They have advantageous numbers, and here's that lurk. Finally, Potter, we're seeing it.
Yes, Roxy, working the map. All it took was just a little bit of time. Beautiful. A side is completely Guild's. They know it. Spike will be beelining their way. Now, Sonder has a slight inkling here. If she's able to get this shot, things can become dicey on this retake with that res, but Roxy finally just coming alive.
Nice, that's what you needed. And I'm surprised they didn't test this out earlier, maybe after. It's hard to get a read when we have seen these adjustments from Shopify Rebellion, but really starting to feel out the game here, and lovely. Necessity really required for Guild to give themselves a chance. Need to close out the rest in my book as well to have a really solid game. Obviously, a little tough on this half, but they've never struggled to this degree in my mind. I've never seen them down this bad. You know, normally you get to see Roxy finding that space, but first time we've really seen this effort towards exploring this side of the map without that operator in the way.
And this is exactly where Claudia steps up as that captain. I've been so impressed with Claudia's story and her progression in the competitive scene. So definitely looking on her to get the squad together, rack some points on the board here. The ultimates. Shopify have so many coming into this round. This Viper's Pit should be able to control this B main for quite some time. Drone doesn't tag. Oh, and the dart doesn't either.
Yeah, Benny knowing her lines, knowing her routes, knowing where to be. Yeah, I can just post up on this.
Oh, that was a huge dart coming out.
Yeah, that... the
temptation. She
How
wanted
disciplined
to
are you,
so
Benny?
bad.
How disciplined are you? Willing to sacrifice maybe the Viper's Pit? No. Roll it back a couple of years. Make Shopify look more like CLG. You'd have seen her having a wonder. Just respecting the IGL on this team much more than that one on the previous. But still, patience being shown and allowing for this 3-play stack to feel confident in standing here, not having to worry about middle too much. You're right.
Sonder able to find that Sova, and as I said before, usually you don't find a Sova alone as that sole initiator. Roxy, this ultimate should get a lot of value. Sonder, oh, that's beautiful.
Really
that's
nice.
Beautiful.
And they've got to know what's coming their way. 3 players here, ready and waiting. Support comes in. Sonder pops the ult and actually goes down. I thought maybe got away with murder. Somehow evading. Oh, the information again. KP, in all the chaos, keeps composure. And now we're in a 3v3 standing. Rez denied that, cannot come back up, but KP, one away from the ult. Still 2 shock dodge. The plant goes in, all 3 on the side of KP, ripping them to shreds. Claudia barely breathing, 50 HP to work with, gets 1. Another shot, no. Wow. Flowerful, great positioning on the trade.
Wow, the positioning coming out for all these members. Sonder just having a blast out here in the A side. Fantastic defenses coming through here for Shopify.
Really nice.
I mean, yeah, things got dicey, sure, but that's because there's so many bodies coming and execing. Shopify were in control. Sonder just looked so cool, calm, and collected in that back site.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part to my one. There was never that pressure deeper, right? It was get the plant and that's fine, but backside there was 3 players pretty much chilling. KP, fantastic presence throughout that. Really good round from her. But outside of that, though, we still look at this, and I know when Guild probably watches back, they're going to kick themselves. They haven't identified much about this B site. Mid still seems a little bit of an unknown quantity. I know it's Icebox, and we love going A. I get you. But there's still so few tests put to Benita here, who's been left to pretty much solo this with the occasional lean from KP.
Right here.
Definitely things get very difficult with just one initiator, and you're starting to see the pain from that poor Guild. Benita not under a lot of pressure. She's just consistently able to tuck behind the drone, wait out the dart, or either break both and not get punished. So 2 of her teammates are coming to reinforce the defenses here at B, but Guild, they are very much grouped together here.
Okay. Last time around, we saw this going quite nicely for Shopify.
Revealing area.
There's those nerdy
What's
darts.
this?
Yeah, where's that going? See how many people get noted. Yeah, you can see the information free-flowing in KP. You're already going to find a little bit of chip damage on towards Anya, but it was Laurie to really find the bigger chunk of it. The flash, a little questionable, but it's Roxy, Claudia, and Ness to try and make something happen. And it's on Claudia pretty much here. The veteran herself has to face the music as they are now flooding towards her. So little to do and so little time to do it. Benny gets the best of her. And it's going to be left on 2 here for Guild.
What a combo coming out here for KP. I think she got 4 pings with that dart and at least 2 tags with the Hunter's Fury as well. Beautiful set piece coming through here for Shopify. That's something they've been cooking up for quite some time, for sure.
I mean, this is the thing, and I've got to give credit here for Shopify. If you are going to leave a player solo like Benny, who's trying to buy you time, when the site hit comes, you better be ready to be able to build back in. Have everything in the right place for it, and the utility work to allow that to happen has been fantastic. So credit to that. And again, this is the weird thing, right? In my mind, Benny's got 5 kills, KP's got 5 kills, quiet, right? Technically, but you think about the work they've been putting in for the bigger picture. Huge. And the buy coming out from Guild Potter is rough.
Rough indeed, but they're trying to make up for it with some aggression, but Benita just sprays them down. 3 members down without even a trade in sight. Somehow Roxy is able to recover 1 for herself, but just like that, in the matter of seconds, it's 4 versus 2.
They're pleading for mercy at this point. Rez gonna come out as well. You're up against the 5. And you're not close to the ult either, so that cannot be lent upon. And now you've got Flowerful. The audio's heard. Flowerful delivers it. Roxy down. Anya, a 1v5 to give them some hope into the half, and that hope is dwindling. It is dire straits here. First found for Anya, needs 4 more, gets another 3 more, and considering the flank.
Oh, the res?
Oh my god. Oh my god, the res. Anya is putting in work. Anya is doing everything that she can, but will fall for it. And Flowerful in combination with KP shut down the account. It's 10-2, Potter. This is looking tied up.
It is looking, I mean, completely dominant for Shopify for sure. They were in full control that entire time. Benita, it was desperate plays coming out for Guild in this last round, right? They wanted to compensate and maybe catch Guild or Shopify off guard with that aggression, but they're so ready. Benita just spraying down completely, having fun. This was Shopify's half through and through.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's 10-2. This is as one-sided as we've seen so far. This could be Guild whimpering out of this game. Maybe the desk can give us some hope.
Whew. Well, that escalated quickly. Very clear that Shopify Rebellion came out to play Kakuka. Already out of the gate, you can just see the way that Shopify are playing. It feels like we're looking at a completely different team in comparison to the first 2 maps.
It reminded me of when Mel was shouting at G2 yesterday, don't go to her side, don't go to my side, just don't go anywhere, because it's literally what's happening to Guild. They're not being able to work out the map, and I wanted to show up a round that really sums up everything that we've been seeing. I think that I could have chosen many other examples.
There were a lot of good rounds.
But basically, Claudia goes on a hunt over Kitchen, but there's been 40 seconds already passed from the round, and she's dead. And she dies just because of the position that she takes. The moment that they try and get onto side, it's already too late. I think this one is not the raw, but it's still, even with that, the pressure is not going to be enough because of the control that Shopify Rebellion has had over the site over and over again.
Yeah. One other thing too, the note that has been very impressive is really just been the utility usage as well,
Totally.
right? They've been getting so much value from those knives, from the Sova darts. Like, it's so difficult to stop.
Yeah, the basic problem that the Guild has been having during this attack is that they want to plant the spike before they have control over the site, and you need to get your priorities in order. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Well, now looking ahead, Athena, this is dire. 10-2 is what we're looking at here for Guild to have to come back. It's going to be a Herculean effort.
It looks dire, but there's hope.
There's hope.
Because if we look at the comp right here, so you can see in Guild's comp, they actually do have the 2 Sentinels plus the Sage, so technically the 3 Sentinels. But these guys are going to be able to hold the sites. They're going to be able to leave that Killjoy mid and not be able to, like, they don't have to fight for information as much as Shopify have had to fight. And so with Shopify, with the double initiators, the KO is obviously able to kind of destroy and like take over the sites and kind of destroy the competition. But I think here with the 2 Sentinels and Anya kind of putting in work, they might be able to just get away with it and hold down the defense side. That's the only thing that they can hold on to right now.
Yeah, that would be the hope, right? That would be the dream in this particular instance. But Kukuka, as our EMEA hopium person here, what are we looking at? Do you feel like they can bring this back?
They need to be very careful about the position, and I do think that the KO can be capital. It's not only that you can shut down Roxy, you can shut down also Sage and the wall if you want to use it defensively, so they need to be very, very careful.
All right, well, look, guys, if there's one thing I've learned in my years covering Valorant, anything is possible. So let's see what ends up happening here and send it back over to your casters.
Thank you. 10-2 though is a tall task. Be alright, GB. Anything can and will happen in the next couple of seconds. Guild have the roster to maybe do something, but it's got to start now, Potter. There is no two ways about it.
Absolutely. Sonder figuring out exactly if anyone is close. Shopify have all that information, and this drone should give the tell that no one is defending this A side besides the Sova. Gets a little bit of information. Claudia almost breaks her ankles.
Just keeping it interesting.
Shock dart lineups. Oh, I like that combo. The dart with the Sova recon, and they should be. Oh, the
nice. There you go. That's the. I'm looking to see if Roxy can do a little more of that throughout this. You can see it's just that kind of very cautious back and forth, but it is going to be the plant finally coming in. And it did, in the meantime, take down Sonder. So at this point, we are in the post plant. 4 players for the side ready to go on this. I do want to see KP's position eventually. I wonder if they get a little closer to that, but no. Absolutely no way back through. Can't even spot a player. There it is. Okay, spots Anya. Spots out another, but it's Smurfette. Flying foul.
Oh,
wow.
boy.
Oh, my word. Okay. Ness, don't give this one up. What the hell is going on? And now KP is given more opportunities, and the shock dart's ready to go. Still one more, and the recon finally being pushed. It's Claudia to take matters into her own hands. Tired of losing, tired of being done in this, and tired of the game being the other side's. They have 2 standing. They will be fine. The defuse can come in, and Guild will get that critical pistol.
That pistol was funny business for me to spectate. You know, I think KP somehow found herself in that 410 area. She had 2 shock darts. I'm sure she would have wanted to play those lineups in tandem with Bonita's mollies, but somehow she finds her way, able to get 2 kills with that jumping classic as well, but Guild had full control almost the entire time, and Claudia, nice little one-taps.
There it is.
To convert. That's gotta feel good if you're Guild. I mean, it starts with something, right? And pistol certainly helps.
Because this game was feeling so oppressive, so heavy against you. And you see 10 on the board, as much as, you know, every round, round by round is fun. You know, we tell ourselves this, you know, 10's all they get, the classic. But at this point, it is oppressive. It is hard to kind of disarm that feeling of one mistake, one problem.
Oh, no.
Oh, speaking of problems, Bonita and Lori are huge issues. And Guild might have just fumbled this round.
KP recovers the spike. Sonder has so much control. And she's going to be able to bring the spike right on over. I mean, at this point, Ness, she can't even afford to rotate. It's only 2 members in Anya and Roxy. Spike will be planted.
Spike down. Roxy closing the gap.
That's
Anya
a shot.
takes away the player on the site that was powerful. Benita gets caught on the back line, so that's Ness now noticed there's 2 on the site, and it's actually a win for Ness here. The defuse going to be started and ain't really stopping, nothing to deny it. Oh, no! Nuri dives in, and KP's still alive, and it's a 1v1. And KP's got Hunter's Fury. If she feels like she needs it, she can pop that. 2 shock darts. This. Oh, the bait. The bait isn't. Ness doesn't care. Ness could not care less for KP's positioning. Perfect. The bait on the ult, and they just don't even
200
turn.
IQ.
It's just.
200 IQ. I mean, it couldn't have been played any more perfectly. KP making that Hunter's Fury sound cue, hoping that that makes Ness really freak out a little bit, maybe jump around, at least get off that half diffuse. And the positioning for KP, you know, the round before I said being in that 410 area was a little bit weird, but this time around, she absolutely converts. Oh, what a clutch. What a clutch. Yes, point at the camera, get yours.
This is the Guild are gonna be in pieces. I can't say anything else about it. You've now got 11 against you. You've got the money on their side. It is going from bad to worse. This is the worst nightmare. You've kept it close. You've done well on those first 2 maps. You had everything you wanted, and you probably felt safe in map 3. Shopify Rebellion already on the site, already getting the plant. You got the ultimate ratty play in spawn from Benny. It's disgraceful. And now Guild, well, try and take this, you know, try and pull off the retake. You got 2 shock darts on Claudia and Aldrone. That will help. Take down Flowerful. Now you just need a couple more of those.
Imposter kill.
Nice shot for Lori. She is all alone. That's a lot of damage. Okay.
Oh,
It doesn't
come
matter.
on.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, I want to get out of here. And so apparently the Shopify Rebellion, this one. Ooh, it's too early in the day. We're still, you know, before the watershed. This is, it's 6:15 where I'm at. We can't be putting this on TV. 12-3 now, and the buy, the final purchase that they could potentially get if they lose this round, is going to be without potential armor. It's going to be light armor. It's going to be skipping out odds and ends, and Laurie's just chilling. And I mean, this has been the whole game through. Laurie is mechanically filthy, like hitting some nasty shots.
KP just reassuring. Just one more. One more. We seal the deal. Beautiful stuff. And this time it seems like Shopify want to take the round a little bit slower. Flowerful, prime position, but a quick reaction for some Smurfette to be able to punish. Lori does have that res. I expect Shopify to regroup here, get Flowerful back on the board. Oh no, and Smurfette gets punished.
All comes in for Benny. Now, no one's that close by here. Trying to play around this a little. Spike on the way. Gives them safe passage at least so they can cross up without being contested. Benny taking a lot of room as well. Wall goes in. Oh, spam's good. The spam was good, but it was right back at them as well. Ness on 21. Benny down to 30, so a pretty even exchange. Claudia going to carry on where they left off. Takes out Benny, and that's now the ult removed. Roxy wins out in mid. It ain't over yet. Sonder with the underhand flash in the swing, and at least isolate Roxy, who turns it quick enough. Gets out of the flash, leaving Lori down to the last pieces with Flowerful in a 1v4. Diffuse started, it ain't stopping. Anya wants this done. They want to move on to the next round, and the diffuse is there. Still life with Guild. They need a whole lot more of that, though.
A whole lot of luck as well. I mean, Bonita was just... It seemed like that one ping really sabotaged her, right? She was in that Viper's pit. Seemed like Shopify had every advantage that they would have wanted, but a little bit of RNG coming out to play. And Bonita gets absolutely punished. And this is the start, right? If you're Guild, this is absolutely the start. One round at a time. And this is the perfect timing as well because it's round 17 and look at the ultimates coming on board right in the nick of time for Guild. This is it. This is where you make your stand and try to string these rounds together.
Deep breaths.
Oh no.
Forced away. And yep, can't get that position working either. And the information is just free-flowing towards Shopify Rebellion here.
3 agents revealed for Sonder and crew. And this is going to speed things up for Bonita. She's starting to inch her way forward in that kitchen area. I expect Sonder and crew to slow things down. Maybe allow Bonita to break this alarm bot. Maybe the turret.
Such a tense round here. You can tell what's on the line. Guild have to suspend the disbelief, but the temptation to push is super fair. This would be audacious. The shot just clipping over the shoulder there. And still tempting to move in. Yeah.
Bonita heard Roxy thunderfooting her way back towards that A. Arches.
Still so hard to clear the site, though. Still a little bit of utility can go a long way.
30 seconds left.
Spike is committed towards this A side, so even with this pressure maybe noted, how much do they get done on this? Roxy on the way through, KP finds one, there's a trade out, Benny's got the back line, KP up top, looks for some more, doesn't see the player, so Claudia gets the punish. The turn from Claudia, it's 3 critical kills, needs more though, needs 2 more, and there it goes for a second. There was a touch of the comeback potentially in that round, but it wasn't to be. Shopify Rebellion against the odds, doing damage here in the third.
And what a way to close it out in map 3 as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't off the back of some incredible heroic play off an individual. That was completely teamwork, showing the dream work. You saw the rest of Shopify just slowing it down completely. They understood their win condition was going to be to allow and give Bonita some time to make it happen. That pinch came through from that kitchen, and it was game on for Shopify from there.
It certainly was, and I've got to